Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Cursed Dieland, which we haven't played in a while. It's a little one-shot that we started ages and ages and ages and ages and ages ago, and we only get around to every once in a while. Someday they may get off the island, or I could just keep accidentally killing them with black dragons 24/7, either or. Last time on Cursed Dieland, they actually made it to what is hopefully the last room in this little miniature dungeon thing, depending on how this goes. Um, and after kind of looking around and accidentally and on purpose setting off basically every single trap that there was at all points in time, um, the party discovered some interesting things about the statues, and they also discovered a denizen inside of this particular room in the form of a marine naga who briefly held Lanston captive to keep the party from killing them right off, and managed to talk to them and let them know that they too were trying to find out the secrets of this place and were hoping to work together in order to do so. And, hopefully not invoke any more ire from you guys. Um, so there was that. And then Lanston accidentally shot the rubble over here, causing some of it to fall. And now there's coral snakes.
Yay!
I kind of forgot that he shot indoors at the city.
I also
Like
just
it was.
like how I'm like trying to catch up on everything and I just see it was a good plan.
No, it was not.
That's what they all say. That's what they
It was a great plan.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and start out this, as we basically start out every game whenever we're doing Cursed Island, with an initiative roll.
Gosh.
Not bad.
I am doing it.
Or Spryly. Oh no, so is a coral snake.
Oh shit.
One of the coral snakes is not Spryly.
One of the coral snakes probably got hit with the arrow.
What were you even thinking? I still don't.
Apple's under the impression y'all didn't think at all coming into this room.
I mean, fair enough.
Alright.
The Lanston is a drunk undead with a gun. So what do you expect?
Yeah, I think we've got everybody on the board. First up is going. Although I was trying to disable the traps by exhausting their use, it was a good plan.
I was trying to say what a trap by exhausting the use.
Oh dear lord.
We tried.
Except they were magical and never ran out of fire.
Never, ever, ever. It could have
I still
something
have
to do. Could have something to do with the oil you all poured there.
And I still can't climb stairs.
Nope, no stairs for you. Fuck off. Anyway, yeah, first up is this coral snake over here, who is going to go ahead and slither across the room. 5,
Am I hidden?
7. Let's scroll back and look. How do you
No.
stealth?
Because I was hiding from the other snake.
Oh yes, I remember. I think you were.
But I don't know if I'm hidden from them.
So
You.
Also, what is the lighting like?
Well,
Well, lighting is them at least.
unfortunately for you, that doesn't matter for them.
Darn.
15, 20, 25, 30. He scents the air with his long black tongue going. And you see him rush towards you, little moonflower, but that is as far as he can get, and he cannot make an attack this turn, because he only has a speed of 30 feet. You're up! But you are face to face with a snake whose head is like twice the size of your body.
Yeah,
Such a big coral
Pebble not
snakes.
thrilled with that. Pebble also not fan of being so close, because Pebble like being further back. See here. Okay. I have a plan. But let me read my note real quick. Cool. Alright. I have my bow out because I was planning on shooting this thing when y'all were like, "That's a friend!" So I'm gonna
Not
turn
by
it.
choice.
So I'm gonna turn it onto
My choice.
Snake. And I'm a close quarter shooter, so while making a attack within 5 feet of a hostile creature, I do not have disadvantage.
Okay.
Yay.
That hits.
And then I'm going to bonus action disengage, because I'm pretty sure I have that ability.
You are a rogue.
I am also a ranger, so I wasn't sure which one if I
Are
actually
you
got it
at
or not.
least 2 levels of rogue?
I am at least 2 levels of rogue.
You got
Exactly 2 levels of rogue. And how far can I go? 30 feet. Well, technically, this is the first turn of combat. Oh, I can make an additional weapon attack as part of my first turn of combat. Okay, try that again.
Jesus
and
fucking
then...
Christ, what is this? It's the same roll.
That's so cool.
And I can go 40 feet. I disengage and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, right? 8, yeah. Hold on, let me actually go. Where was I here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there we go. And I go, snakes!
Alright. Lanston, you're up.
I'll fly up just a little bit higher so they can't reach me if they get under me or whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just fire off my Eldritch Blasts. No, actually, what is this? Is this it's a bonus action, yes. So first I'm actually going to use my only spell slot and cast Hex first. On the snake closest to me.
Okay.
Extra d6 of damage, got it. If I hit. Cool, it's there. And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. I'm guessing an 8 misses.
Yeah, an 8 definitely misses.
But at level 5 I get 2 Eldritch Blasts per casting, right?
I believe so.
Alright.
Well, you know what you need to be doing right now, don't you? Let me get the chart! Fucking first round of combat. God damn it. I swear to God, if this is the dragon, I swear to Jesus, I swear to God.
36.
36, okay, let's see here.
Oh my god. Ah.
A 2 and a 1 for my first rolls. What the hell?
Okay, go ahead and roll the D100 again, actually. It says to roll again if it's a ranged weapon.
31.
31. Still within that range. Wait, no, never mind. There we go. Ah ha 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 ha. Roll your Eldritch Blast one more time, would you?
Oh gosh. Watch it be a nat 1. No! It's a freaking nat 12. Nat 14.
So, just out of curiosity, what's your AC?
I'm pretty sure mine isn't a 20, it's a 15.
Yeah, so I need you to roll the damage on the Eldritch Blast and double it.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
So that's 14 force damage as you raise your gun to aim it at the coral snake, and you feel a weird sticking mechanism. And you're gonna turn it around and kind of squint inside of it to see what's going on, and POW! You get shot in the face with an Eldritch Blast.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Oh man. Why?
I say, damn piece of shit, and throw the gun at the snake. I know it's not gonna do anything, but just out of frustration, throw the gun at the snake.
Roll a dexterity roll, just out of curiosity. See where it lands.
It doesn't have any ammo in it.
Don't worry, it's fine. Okay, 15. Alright, it does kind of bounce off the snake and just hit the ground uselessly. Thankfully, you didn't trigger any traps.
Oh yeah, by the way, the traps are still live.
Yeah.
Careful where you step.
I'm in the air.
You're in the
What
air.
traps?
Yeah, he is in the air.
Yeah, you were in like near the fire column thingies.
Yep. Anything else for your turn, Lanston?
No.
Cirquette, whose turn it is, has been looking on at this fuckery with a sort of worried and just downright perplexed expression, and she's going to turn to her Ryan and say, "Is this normal?"
Unfortunately, yes.
We do what we can.
Which appears to be not a lot in his case. I see.
Yep.
Yep. Everybody's like nodding. Yeah, this is normal. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's normal.
You've seen firsthand better with my swords, jackass.
You don't have to be so confrontational.
Oh, he always is. I had to spend a week with him, and he just yelled at me to go away the whole time.
Because you were a disembodied voice.
You're transparent.
At least I have some of a body.
You can see
Looks at
Orion
this
kind of
and is like, "What?"
stifling his brain and hiding it behind his hand. Like, oh God.
Circuit is going to raise her form up, kind of above the top of the parapet here, and peer over at the snake and open her mouth and unleash a ray of frost at it. And that's going to hit for 3.
I forgot I have all my windows open, so then I have people looking at me weird.
Yeah, we'll do that. And that's their turn.
Rolled a 1 in real life. Good.
But, 5,
I have things.
10, 25, goes around the statue. 30, 35, 30. So you see this snake rise up onto the platform and sort of start coiling around the statue, headed towards the north of the room. And it's going to flick its tongue through the air, but it can't sense anybody near its position, so it'll just remain there for a little bit. And next is this big guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Flicks his tongue through the air, senses heat in this direction.
Yeah, it does.
Walks into the fire.
Rolls
Roll
a
an
6.
intelligence check.
6 on its dexterity saving throw. And you hear a hiss as the creature accidentally slithers through a bit of the flames there on the side. It did not make it around them unscathed.
Suffer with us.
Whoops, 90. You heard nothing. Anyway, that's his turn. The sea tiger, since he doesn't have a direction, is just gonna kind of come up here to the edge and kind of peer through the gap between the pillars and roar at the snake. But not do anything else.
Intimidation check. Scare them off.
Alrighty, and Kyrina, you're up.
Okay, so I need to get within 60 feet of something.
You are within 60 feet of the snake closest to the fire.
Okay. Then I will do something.
Moving around, screen. The bed.
Yeah. I have these assets now and they're really throwing me off.
Ow, my body.
Alright. I will I will do Cloud of Daggers on that closest snake by the fire.
Cloud of daggers, cube 5 feet on each side, centered at a point. Okay. Enters spell appearance, starts a turn. Okay, cool. Ping the square where you want the point to be.
Dead in the middle of the snake.
Okie dokie.
Just there.
Okie dokie.
I'm clicking things now. No. Stop.
You want to change your tool.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Alright, so when it starts its turn, or if something else enters it, they will get hit by the daggers. And that lasts an entire minute. It is a concentration spell, though. So if you cast another spell which requires concentration, you will have to drop the Cloud of Daggers. Or if you get hit, you will have to make a concentration check to maintain your spell, just so you know.
Yes.
Unless you took the multitasker talent.
Correct.
I don't know that I have any talents. Oh, I'm agile, lightning reflexes.
Okay.
Alrighty, anything else for your turn, Karina? Did you want to use any of your movement, or do you have a bonus action that you would like to do?
I would Do what? Um. Yeah. Nothing I can think of.
Okie dokie.
I was gonna do something with the fire, but I've got nothing.
That's cool. Alright, Orion, you're up.
Okay, how hurt do these snakes look?
Not very phased at all.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to choose an ability to impose disadvantage on one snake.
Sure, what ability was it?
Uh, probably strength.
Okie dokie.
No, it's this one.
Okay. So this wait, this one is not hurt,
Correct.
and this one is not hurt,
Correct.
and these two are.
Yes. This one accidentally slithered through the tail end of the oil that's on fire. And this one got hit by a ray of frost and by Pebble's arrows.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on one of them and use a sorcery point to twin spell it and do it to the other as well.
Okie dokie.
It's one sorcery point down and Toll the Dead on hurt creatures. Wisdom save from them.
Okay.
This is the 1, 2.
Okay. For the first one, that's a save. Second one, that is a fail.
Yay! 8 points of necrotic damage. It's very low.
And the one by the fire hisses out sharply, shaking its head in wild discomfort.
And that's it.
Alright. Alal, it's you.
Do we have music going on?
Yep. I have 2 tracks going on right now. 3 actually. They're all from the Roll20 jukebox. I've got Open Ocean by Tabletop Audio, Jungle Ruins also by Tabletop Audio, and At Rest by Kevin McLeod. All of it in the free audio section of Roll20.
Oddly, I can't hear them.
Neither.
Do you have the tab?
Oh, they're paused.
Maybe on
At
your
least they
screen.
all look like they're paused.
Mine are not.
I have it muted because I can't concentrate.
Oh, I have to turn it up a lot. Okay.
Oh.
Mine's at max.
Okie dokie. Remembering that they hadn't heeded Pebble's warnings and noting that the old man seems particularly haggard, Lal switches to defense for a bit and will cast guidance on Lanston since he is the most mobile at the moment. As a bonus action, she'll flip her hand over her shoulder and conjure a healing spirit for Ryan.
Oh,
What does your
thank
healing
you,
spirit
darling.
look like? Because it can look like anything you want it to, any kind of creature.
Ooh. Let's go. What does it do?
Murder crab. Get on Orion's face.
So, Orion, you see Alal flip her hand over her shoulder, and green energy immediately suffuses you as winding around your shoulders, draped and tickling your ear with its beautiful whispers, is a mongoose made of green spectral energy. And let's see, on your whenever you or creature you can see moves into space the first time a turn or starts its turn. Alright, on your next turn, you will be getting 1d6 of healing points. And this can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. What's your spellcasting ability modifier, Sive, so I know how many times he's going to live? Oh, I'll just look at it. I asked these questions, but I have the character sheets.
Oh, the DC is 4, so it's usually.
That's what I'm going with. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. Because our proficiency is. What's our proficiency right now?
I stabbed myself.
Oh, it's actually 3, I think.
Yeah, it's 3. So plus 1
Because
is
our-
4. So it'll be
Because our
4,
proficiency bonus
4
is
times.
3.
Hey, attack bonus is 6, but that does not.
Alright.
Also,
The
side
next
note, real quickly, I just reread my ability, and if my one additional weapon attack that I make in addition to my other attack on my first turn, if it hits, they actually take an extra d8 of damage.
Okay,
So
go ahead and roll that d8 and I'll add it to what you did retroactively.
probably 1.
Called it. Called it. Called it.
Oh.
Oh man. Oh man. That's great. Anyway,
So
Alal
that really
says,
made a difference.
Alal says, let's just try to get out of here alive. Alright, which brings us to the last snake, who kind of lifts their head and scents the air. This is the snake that is the sleepiest. And he's just gonna go ahead and make a quick intelligence check. That's a -1, guys. You just see this giant snake stick his snoot out from the rocks, flick its tongue, then withdraw the snoot into the rocks, and you don't see this snake again.
The Lanston shoots the rocks again.
Yeah, Lanston. Alright.
Hopefully he doesn't have any more guns.
Now it's the snake's turn again, and he is going to go 5, 10, send to the air with his tongue. 15, 20, 25, make a dexterity saving throw. That's a natural 1.
Ouch! Fire! Oh no! I'm burning.
Well, that one is actually stabby bits. Hold on.
Oh. Oh no!
Cloud of
Spikes!
daggers. Or no, he didn't go through the cloud of daggers.
Did not go through the cloud of daggers now.
Cloud of daggers. Oh,
It's
that's
gonna
it.
be
Right.
7 damage.
Oh, and there's not even a save on Cloud of Daggers. It's just auto damage.
Yeah.
The snake hisses wildly.
It's the cool shit. Cool shit.
20, another dexterity save. It's a 12.
Orion kind of watches the snake walk through all the traps that they two set off, and he's like, oh, now I see. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
How far up are you right now?
I
Lanston?
think I was like 10 feet up because I could still see everything up over here
Oh, you're
on
only
the
10 feet up?
platform.
No, because you also said at the end of your turn that you went up additionally.
How
Yeah.
high did you go up additionally?
Probably not too much, like maybe 15 then.
15. I see. How long are you again? Yeah, okay. That's
Tried to help you, Rob.
so you see the snake rising up, its body elongating and swaying. He is going to make an attack at you with disadvantage though, because he's not used to striking at that high of a height. But he does have the reach for it if he feels like it.
The fuck size of
No,
this
if,
snake?
if it nat ones and lands in the fire, I'll laugh so hard.
No, but it is a 12, which I don't think meets your AC, correct?
No, it does not.
Alright, so yeah, the snake's jaws whoosh underneath your foot, and you kind of yank it up and out of the way, and that ends his turn.
That's the hexed one, right? Can
Yes.
we get a little icon on it?
I have an icon
Comment
on it here.
Wish.
The icon is on
Under
it.
your name.
Yeah,
Oh,
your name is covering the icon currently.
okay.
But anyway, yeah. Pebble, it's your turn.
Can Pebble see through the fire and the flames? Or
Let me
is that
carry
like a great wall of fire?
It's a goodness gracious great wall of fire. You can see Lanston and maybe the top of the snake's head a little bit.
Okay, but I can still see this one though.
Yes, you have the angle to see that one just fine.
Okay. Can the snake see me, or am I hidden from the snake?
Oh, baby, you can't be hidden from these guys.
Well, you said that he was sensing things, and I didn't know how far away I could be to not be sensed.
Maybe you should do a nature check to figure it out.
Okay. I don't know nothing about snakes. Nature.
Nope,
know
you
nothing
have
about
no fucking
snakes.
idea. You don't even know if he actually sees you or not, or if he's just slithering in this direction because he heard the sea tiger roar. Who the fuck knows?
Okay, well, I just want to know if I get sneak attack damage or not. Because I'm going to shoot him again.
Did this one take the 4d4 damage?
Not yet. He didn't go.
Oh no, oh yeah, that's a
It's
different
not
one.
his turn yet. Anyway.
I'm mixing snakes,
Yeah,
sorry.
you are mixing snakes.
There's
So
no way to
no,
fire.
because he doesn't have. You are technically not hidden to him right now, no, and he doesn't have. He doesn't have. You don't have an adversary within 5 feet of him distracting him from you.
Okay.
All right, your hunter's marking him.
Hunter's marking him, and I shooted him with the bow. Did I get him?
You did.
Okay, and then I... Why is my hunter's mark not working? There we go.
-9, -3. All right, you see your bolts thunk into the side of his scaly body, and he hisses angrily.
And then I'm gonna back up and kind of whisper, yell at the tiger, and be like, "Get away from the snakes!"
And
But he don't understand me because
yeah,
because he Murtiger.
he is Murtiger. All right, Lanston, you're up. You almost got your foot bit off by a giant snake who's eyeing you hungrily.
So I'm going to draw out my sword, or swords. I'm going to just flavor it as they're like the twin swords that Zuko has. and split them apart so that there's two. And while drawing it, do a small cut on a part of my body to give one of the blades an extra d6 of shock damage after I deal a d6 of damage to myself. Of course, I do almost max. And then watch
Oh,
if I hit, I'm gonna do like one extra damage.
Please be not one again.
But since that was a bonus action, I can only attack twice instead of 3 times. And
Give me them nat ones.
first attack is a 19,
That hits.
and the second attack is an 11.
That does not hit.
Okay, then that's gonna be the scimitar with
So that's 5 slashing and 2 lightning. 7 total.
yes.
Alright, you see the lightning arc across the coral snake's body as it hisses wildly and snaps at your feet, its teeth dripping with venom. Alrighty, anything else for your turn?
I have a feeling I'm resistant to poison.
Anything
believe
else for your
so.
turn?
But yeah, that should be a bonus action. and
No
action.
movement.
A little higher, maybe.
I'm just gonna trigger an attack of opportunity.
It's too late now.
Too late to apologize.
I'll move a little bit farther away from the
Fire.
yeah.
Alright.
And yeah, that'll end my turn. I'm gonna make sure if I have that resistance or not. I have no idea.
Alright, next up is Circuit. She is going to go ahead and take a note out of Kyrina's book and start whispering some very familiar sounds and cast her own cloud of daggers.
Ooh.
As another one forms around the snake.
Ooh.
And she exchanges a nod with the bird person. And now it's this snaky boy's turn. He's going to taste the air again. Still not finding anything of interest. He's going to uncoil from around the statue. And, whoops, didn't mean to draw that. Or that! God damn it. He's going to uncoil around the statue and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Taste the air again. Find nothing, and then it's his turn. Alright, and now it's that guy's turn, so he's gonna take some Cloud of Daggers damage.
Dagger.
Mushroom. Yep, so can you roll 44 for me, Kyrina?
I need directions.
Okay, so are you back at your computer yet?
Yeah.
Okay, if you look to the side of your Roll20 screen, where your little select move tool is, near the bottom of that little bar, you see a dice. If you mouse over it, you'll see dice listed there that you can roll. If you go to where the D4s are and then go to 4 of those D4s and click it, it'll roll it automatically for you.
Or if you go into your sheet and you look on the first page under attacks and spellcasting, you can click that one there too.
That also works. Alright, and
You have it nicely set up.
8 damage.
Oh, I just
That's
realized I
it.
forgot my hex damage.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let me know what it was, and then I'll add it on.
3.
3. Okay. There we go.
It's just so dramatic. 3.
Alright, so the snake hisses angrily, moving out from the whirling blades, and heading towards the only warm body it can sense, which is the sea tiger. And it's going to strike at the sea tiger.
No, run
That is
away,
an 11,
Tigger.
though. That does not hit.
Good job.
As the
Yeah.
snake lashes out at the sea tiger, you see it arch back, batting at the snout with a claw extended paw and hissing wildly. The cat is hissing at the snake, which is hissing at the cat. It's a hissy fit. And that's his turn. And now it's the sea tiger's turn.
To retaliate.
Now he was told to flee, but he did not understand Pebble, so instead he is going to try to bite the snake at the neck just like he just got bitten. That is going to hit. It's 12 piercing damage as you see the tiger rip into the snake with a snarl. And then it is going to spit it back out again and whirl around as its large tail comes smashing at the creature's face. That is a 20, dealing 16 bludgeoning damage to the snake, who's not looking so great anymore, and now has to survive on a DC 15 strength saving throw. You guys are fucking lucky you charmed the shit out of this tiger. Whoop, that was the sea tiger's strength save. I need the snake's strength save. Whoops. And he just manages to make the saving throw, so he's not prone. He is very nonplussed about that, and this snake is oozing blood, and its mouth is like half open. One of its teeth leaking a noxious poison as it hisses blearily. Alright. Kyrina, you're up.
Okay, let me see. I am gonna do mockery cantrip.
Vicious Mockery.
Yes.
Alrighty. And which one are you going to do that on?
The snake by the tiger.
Okie dokie. Go ahead, let's see. That's a charisma saving? A wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That's for me to do. Wisdom
Okay.
save. That is a 13. That does not make it. So, what insults are you hurling at the snake?
I am yelling how it is a poor walker. It has no legs. How dare it mosey about and try to go up against anyone with fins or feet?
To invade your stream.
Stop invading my stream, child. It's my stream. Stop invading me.
I think I can invade you if I want to.
First page, you should see Vicious Mockery, so you can
Go join the
click for
Vikings.
damage.
Alright, so yeah, go ahead and roll. That's going to be 2d4 psychic damage.
Okay.
First page, middle, there should be a section attacks and spellcasting above your items. Should be a Vicious Mockery there, you can click on.
Ah, right, yes.
Alright, click it, wait, that was 2d4. Okay, cool. So it's gonna be 6 psychic damage. It's still on its not feet, on its coils. It's still on its coils as poor Walker self, but it looks demoralized, and maybe a little self-conscious, just looking at its limp tail and just thinking about its life.
Great. And I would like to call the sea tiger over to me and away from the snake.
Okie dokie. He does understand your words, so he will obey you on his next turn.
Yes. And then I am gonna do something else. Can I do a new cloud?
No, you already did a cantrip.
Yeah, you already did a cantrip, and that particular spell doesn't let you move an existing cloud. So that cloud remains where it's at until you choose to drop the spell. But you've already done an action spell this round, so you won't be able to recast it somewhere else.
Okay, I will drop it then.
Okie dokie. So you drop concentration on Cloud of Daggers.
Okay.
Alright. And Orion, you're up. Oh, also go ahead and roll 1d6 to get that health back.
Yeah.
That's great. That's just great. The mongoose sticks out a tiny tongue and lim on your cheek. Gives you 1 point of healing back.
Orion kind of starts to thank Allah for the, even if it comes in the strange form of a ghostly mongoose, and then he's like, "You," as it starts licking his face. Thank you, my dear. Much appreciated. Okay, that's 1/2. uh, okay. So 1.4.
Yeah, we'll make good use of it, says Allah.
Yes. Okay. Let's do that double hit again, but this time with a spell.
Don't you want to place like the stair?
I have. Do I have visual of both of them?
I think your vision of the one next to the sea tiger is currently impaired just by the position that it's in with the wall of flames. But you have perfect sight on the one directly in front of you that's underneath Lanston.
Okay, that doesn't actually work anyways, what I wanted to do, so,
And the other one is behind the pedestal, so you don't see it at all right now. In fact, you might not even know it's there.
Dun dun dun.
I know it went off that way, so I'm kind of wary it might turn up around the corner, but yeah. I have the naga in my back. I'm kind of counting on its help. They're too good with the wisdom saves, though. Okay, let's just do Eldritch Blast then.
Hit the Lanston. Hit the Lanston. Natural 1. Natural 1.
How many can I do?
At level 5, you should be able to do 2 of them as long as you're fully warlock.
Fully warlock, but it's 2 beams, yeah.
Pew pew.
Where did it go? Okay, there it is.
Alright, first one
11 to
misses. Second one hits. That's
3 points of damage!
So, Lanston, you see an Eldritch Bash whoosh by right underneath your feet, and you're like, that wasn't me. And then you see another one, BAM! Hit the snake in the face just as it's opening its jaws to try another snap for your feet, and it whips its head around towards Orion and hisses angrily.
I don't have
As
any.
Orion hides behind Allah.
I don't have any section stuff. Okay, that's it. 3 points of damage.
Alright, then it's the last turn.
Oh my gosh. Have
Look, father, look,
reactions,
daughter.
for fuck's sake. What about the missile?
Like father, like daughter.
Oh, come on!
So what you're saying is we feed him to a dragon.
With the way this battle's been going so far, probably.
I mean, Lanston would. So... It's not
Lansing would
Parker's
just get the
idea.
fuck out through the roof, the hole in the roof. There's an exit and he's able to fly.
So can the
Yeah, I'm
dragon.
surprised he's still around.
There's non-flying food. That's easier to get to.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it was you!
Wait, what?
Pebble wrote it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was reading it out loud. I was just reading it
Yeah, I
out
didn't realize it came from her.
Yeah, I was just reading it out loud.
Uh-oh, did we, Oh no, they're typing. I was gonna ask if we lost Mala. I have chocolate covered raisins.
Might be out of here. Maybe like
I also like how we just assume that I'm saying all the jerk things.
Well-
I mean, I'm not looking.
He's not saying it in the pirate accent, so I don't think he really is.
Uh,
I just can't wait for the next 85 or 86.
Give us about 15 minutes.
While we wait for Allah's turn response to be typed out, I would like to take a moment to remind the group that you want to leave here alive, presumably, in most cases.
I mean, Lanston,
No,
it's
that's weird.
kind of a little too late for him.
Alive is a broad term.
it's a spectrum, really.
Sliding scale.
It's a specter, you said? What is that?
Anyway, some of us actually have a mission other than getting out alive. Like,
Like
You got
Like,
finding
trying
a
to get up
pile of
there.
goo. Like finding a pile of goo
Reclaiming.
over there, some over there, and there.
We're not even
Like-
dealing with what's in the pit right now, okay?
yeah.
We're dealing with the snakes we accidentally woke up.
Yeah, because somebody.
One of them went back to sleep.
Yeah. One of them was
I-
like, "Boom, back to sleep." Yeah.
False alarm. It's too early for this shit.
What's going on, dude? It's too early for this. Good night.
Dad, were you
One
reincarnated
of
as
the
a
rocks I shot. One of the rocks I shot landed on that snake's head, and it's just like, oh.
snake?
I guess you could say he is stoned.
You really went there. Oh,
Alright, glancing over their shoulder, Allah will call up to the Naga. Your turn. Let's see what we've got. And with that, Allah will sling a hand out towards the snake beside Lanston, afflicting it with fairy fire. And as a bonus action, I will move the healing spirit over to the next most injured person within 30 feet, which I believe is Pebble. So the mongoose leaps from your shoulder, Orion, and proceeds to race across the air between you and Pebble, proceeding to curl around the tiny cat.
Also, I can see Pebble being like, "Ah! What is that?" And then it like comes over and it just like wraps around him, and he's just like, "Okay."
Meanwhile,
Ryan is like, thank you for the slightly soothing licks. Much appreciated.
Let's see. What kind of save? It's a dexterity saving throw that the snake needs to make. Okay, let's see here. Dexterity, it's actually pretty good at. That's a 15. DC's 14. It makes the save. But
Darn.
let's see.
No.
This is a cube. A 20-foot cube. Lanston's only 15 feet in the air. Lanston, make a dexterity saving throw.
He's not in the cube.
Really? Draw the cube.
Oh, I could technically be out of it.
You could.
Oh, that cube. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the other cube.
Yeah, I could technically be out of the cube.
The cube's bigger than that, but okay.
Oh, a little bit. One more square.
Let's see.
That's 25.
25 wide, and 22 and a half tall, or long.
Are you gonna put it?
Grid. Snap the grid.
There we go.
I'm assuming it's right there.
Hereish.
Bearish.
Get the butts of both snakes.
I don't think it could.
It
Get them
cannot.
on fire.
Yeah, I can't
What
get
if you
both of
slightly rotate it?
them.
Can we rotate it? I mean,
No.
technically,
No.
it should be
No.
possible.
No.
The cube follows the compass directions only.
It does actually.
Aww.
Just as a general rule for spell placement, it does.
Mm-hmm.
The disappointing world.
I know, right? Fucking geometrical and shit.
Yeah.
And that's
We're in Minecraft.
The triggering of the fire is instantaneous effect, but it lasts a minute, right?
Alright, let's see. And that's it, because it's just a one-time cast it, and if it makes a save, which it did, it's done so. So we're just gonna get rid of that now.
Aww.
But you passed heels over to Boonflower, and Sirket kind of tilts their head and says, "Oh, all right then." All right, and it's that snake's turn. He's going to take, I think it was 12 damage that they rolled when I did the thing. Yeah, it was 12 slashing damage from them daggers.
Snake.
There we go. That's 32. Okay. Alright, so the cloud of daggers slashes all around the snake, battering it, and it hisses wildly, snapping at the daggers before whipping its head back around and making another lunge up at your feet, Lanston.
Okay.
And that's another 12. That misses, right?
Correct.
Okay. And it's going to hiss a bit and kind of give up on the out of reach prey and whip its head back down and lock eyes with Allah, its tongue flickering in and out. Start moving forward. It's going to make another dexterity saving throw. Oh, it made that one.
Aww.
And move
Move
forward
5 more
again.
feet.
Another
Dex save.
saving throw. Oh, that was a natural 20.
Aww.
Who stakes better at traps than you? Moves forward. A dexterity saving throw. That's a 14 right on the DC. Allah, you are now face to face with a giant coral snake looming over you. But it's already made an attack this turn, so it can't do it again.
And I now have advantage on it come my turn.
And Moonflower, you're up.
Okay, one by Murtiger. I think I hit him.
You definitely fucking did. Jesus goddamn Christ. 9 piercing, 2 from the others. So that's 11. This snake does not look good. This snake looks like it is trembling, barely able to keep its head up. Oh yes, and as I've said, please roll 1d6 for your mongoose heals.
Oh, 1d6 for mongoose heals. Roll 1d6. Anybody want to make a prediction?
1.
I'm thinking 3.
1.
4.
1. The mongoose,
Welcome to the tiny licks of the mongoose seals.
the mongoose takes your face between its paws and stares deep within your eyes and gently licks a tear that is on your cheek, and nuzzles you for 1 heal, for one health. But internally, your emotional well-being feels like it healed more like the full 6.
It's a very soothing lick.
Alas, squids should have gone with an elephant or a war ostrich.
Murder crab.
Murder crab. Alright, anything else for your turn, Moonflower?
No.
I believe you actually have sneak attack damage on that snake next to the sea tiger, though, because it is engaged with another
Tiger.
combatant.
Yay!
Oh, look, it's dead now!
Yay!
Okay.
Your last bolt goes
Moonflower,
thunk
go!
right into the
Then
eye.
I move my hunter's mark over here as a bonus action.
Is that?
Boop.
Is that?
Alrighty. So that's 1 down, 2 to go.
Woo.
And Lanston, you're up.
I'm gonna lower myself, but not actually touch the floor because traps. Where I can be more flanking this snake and swing 3 times this time using my action and bonus action. So here's my action.
Hits.
Here's my bonus action. Does
Also
that hit?
hits.
And then my action. I'm giving it a second in case roll 20 is being slow.
I think it might be being slow.
I will hit it one more time. Okay.
Yep, all
think
3
you hit.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage on those, and I believe you also have the hex up for extra damage.
Oh yeah, this thing is gonna be taking so much damage because I do have hex. Oh, so that's 3d6 of hex, ain't it?
I think you.
So
I think you only do the hex 1 time.
I think you do it
let
every
me just-
attack.
that's what I thought. But let me double check.
Yeah.
You place a
Make an
curse
attack.
that you can see until the spell ends. You deal extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack.
Okay, that'll be 3d6, yeah. Plus all of your other damage. So let's see. First, you've got 10 damage. Plus
11
1
on
is
the first
11.
attack.
Okay.
Then 7 plus 3, another 10. And then with that ability, that triggers my 2-weapon rend, which is a d4.
Okay. 1 more. The snake looks not so great.
And then my last attack. With that.
15 altogether.
37?
Let's see, that's 12 plus 3. So, you unleash a frenzy of slashing at the snake as it rears up, about to engulf Allah. You see it unhinge its jaw, mouth opened wide, looming over top of this unblinking stoic druid who's just kind of glaring down the neck of it. and then all of a sudden it jerks violently and wildly from side to side before falling to the ground in a beautiful facsimile of eel sashimi.
And I use my bonus actions, so I will have to hold on transferring my hex.
And yeah, he's very dead now.
Yeah, that was like what, 25 damage?
37.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 37.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
3,
Now, question.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Is Lanston still charmed by Snake Person?
18,
Oh,
I believe she dropped that.
22.
yeah.
I
she
don't
dropped-
remember. I was just wondering.
She
They had to have if cast Cloud
It
of
was like
Daggers, right?
yeah, it was like the truth. We called truth. Truth. Sorry.
Truce.
Yeah.
Truce.
As a show of good faith, I believe she dropped the charm person.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. And that would make it Cirquette's turn. Seeing that those two snakes are dead, she is going to arch kind of up again, kind of like the snakes have been doing, to peer around for the other ones. One of them, of course, has disappeared, but she spots the last one over here kind of flickering its way around, and she's going to call out to the rest of you, "One more lies behind." And she is going to go ahead and cast Ray of Frost at it. Or roll 20 could be a bitch, not let me. There we go. It's a 16 to hit. That hits. That's 7. And you hear a loud hissing from behind the altar as from her mouth an arc of cold flashes out. Alright. And it's his turn, and he knows where that came from, so he's going that way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dashing, 35, 40, 45, 50. And it's not hot snake on snake action, the opposite of hot snake on snake action. Alright, and you don't have a turn anymore because you're dead. It's the Sea Tiger's turn, and he was told in no uncertain terms to get away from that snake by Kyrena, so that is what he's gonna do. Dashing right over here, and kind of standing protectively in front of Kyrena and Pebble, but crouching down so that he's kind of like in a pounce position, so that you guys can still see over top of him to shoot things if you need to.
Great.
Alright, and that's his turn. Kyrena, you're up.
Am I in 60 feet of the snake?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Ooh, Dissonant Whispers. Let's see. Target must make a wisdom saving throw. Coral Snake. Wisdom save. There we go. Oh, just doesn't make it. Failed save 3d6 and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as speed away from you. Okay, cool. Alright. Go ahead and roll that 3d6 of psychic damage.
3d6.
Main screen, you can hit the thing or
It's
do that.
11 damage. Minus 11. What the hell? I said minus.
Plus
gosh.
1. There's a plus 1, at least on the sheet for that as well. 3d6 plus 1.
Okay. So minus 12 then. Alright. So, you smack it and he uses his reaction to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet directly the fuck away from you. And that means
Yay.
that Cirquette gets an attack of opportunity.
Yay.
poison that just. Oh, Jesus, fuck!
Hopefully that's a good one.
Think so.
Well, it hits, so that's gonna be 52 poison damage. Aren't you so happy you didn't fight her? Um,
Wow.
and it needs to make a. Oh wow.
Yikes.
Oh wait, no. It needs to make the saving throw.
Critical fail.
I
It might
knew
take
Nagas
more.
were creepy. I knew Nagas were bad news. I
Yeah.
just didn't realize they were that much bad news.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
why you make friends with them instead of senselessly attacking.
well,
Yeah.
it managed to make its saving throw. So it's not going to take the full additional 8d8 poison damage that incurs upon a hit. But it is going to take half.
She's like 20 something.
56, you said?
Yeah, so that was 50.
You said 52, so that's
Or
26.
52. She has
Yes.
26.
Cool. I gotta add 26 back to it. There we go. Okay. So he still looks like he took a hit that he was not expecting, and hisses wildly as the poison strikes him and seeps into open wounds, causing him damage. All right, and that's Kyrina's turn. Orion, you're up next. You just saw that happen, by the way. Allah
Can
was just
I
softly
still
impressed.
see the
Well
snake?
yeah, you can peer around the corner to see it.
Okay, I'm just gonna toll the dead on it.
Ding
Wait,
dong.
what do I have? Something higher? Damage. Oh, should I try a firebolt? I'm gonna try a firebolt. What does the firebolt do? Attacks. 18.
That hits.
And deals 6 whole damage!
Don't you feel special? Sirket pats you gently on the head with the very tip of her forked tail and says, "Good try."
I'm not a fighter. I think it's obvious. He kind of shrugs.
She kind of grins, and the grin kind of stretches her face because she's part snake too. So yeah, she's like, "I'll let you in on a secret. Technically, neither am I."
Orion kind of chuckles over a shared joke.
And Allah, you're up.
It's like when it's over, Orion is going to invite her over for tea party. To commiserate about having to do things themselves.
She's going to
More.
probably enjoy that. She'll use her two-pronged tail to lift the teacups. That went well last time. How hurt is Snaky? Snaky looked like just about half of its health got wiped out in one hit by some crazy poison spit. That's how Snaky looked. Snaky is not on death's door, but Snaky's definitely hurt.
Mickey took a very close look at death's door.
And the Naga looks a-okay fine, not hurt whatsoever.
Lanston
Orion is subtly leaning on his stick. His walking stick.
Lanston has done a bunch of damage to himself.
So has Orion.
It's fine. Lanston's already dead.
So did the snake. This one and this one.
The snake hasn't actually hit the coral snake hasn't hit Lanston yet.
It's dead now, but
Oh, okay, yeah.
remember you did.
Yeah, I thought you were saying the snake hit us. I was like, oh.
No, the snake
Did
did
the
damage to itself
sashimi.
by going across
Oh
one
yeah.
single trap.
You know.
Who else can damage themselves in this session?
Me, apparently.
Are we talking about like real life while the session is happening, or see the fictional
All of the
characters?
above.
No, it should be here for 2 more rounds, shouldn't it? The healing spirit?
Yeah. Alright, so as... yeah, the healing spirit's still gonna be there. Oh no, unless you're switching. No, 1 minute is... 1 minute is longer
rounds.
than 1 round. You have 5 rounds with the healing spirit. It's only done 2 so far, so there's 3 more rounds. However, if you cast Fairy Fire, unless you've got the multitasker talent, it will make the healing spirit go away.
Ollivander, get off the table. He said no.
Yeah, you can. You can make it go up to where he's at. Mongoose don't care about fucking gravity. He's a spirit.
The glowy boy.
Good night, my child.
Notes.
Make sure you and your brother brush your teeth.
We will eat your soul at night.
Okay, well, as long as you brush your teeth after you eat my soul. I mean, I don't want you getting cavities, okay?
Cavities from eating a soul, can you?
You can get cavities from eating anything. Go brush your teeth. I don't know. I could have put mine in phylactery. Then it's a physical object. I'll go ahead with it anyway, because otherwise I'd be standing doing nothing except moving the mongoose as a bonus action. Okay. So you cast Fairy Fire. Is that a spell or a cantrip? That's a spell.
Remember. Yeah.
Okay, so you won't be able to cast that and Healing Word in the same round because that's 2 spells. You can do a spell and a cantrip if one of them's a bonus action and one of them's an action, but not 2 spells.
Yeah, it is very frustrating to be a spellcaster.
Guidance and Healing Word. Okie dokie. Who you guidancing? Pebble gets guidance, and go ahead and roll that lovely Healing Word heals. Excuse me, sorry. Pebble, you feel that you are laser focused now.
Just see the pupils, constrict.
And that's 5 health to... it was Lanston you were casting that on, right? Alright, and Lanston gets 5 health.
Yay.
And the
As
mongoose...
much damage you did to yourself before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Undoes the self damage from my ability.
Hey, Patrick. Good night, sweetheart. Don't forget to brush your teeth, baby.
Is that
But-
fire sideways or something?
Yes, baby, the fire is sideways.
But I essentially traded 5 damage for 10 plus damage so far.
Off you pop to bed, sweetheart. Good night, baby.
Yeah, you did great. And
Alright,
you made sashimi.
and as the mongoose
Sashimi.
fades, it gently nuzzles into your head, Pebble, letting you know everything's gonna be alright, and then it's gone. Another one of your friends faded away forever, never to be seen again.
Oh my god!
No, yeah.
So that healing that I had earlier. the emotional healing that
Yeah,
Oh
Hello
in
again.
god!
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Sucks to be with you again.
All of the trauma, all of the time.
Trauma and
Evil
drama,
woman.
that's all we know how to do. Alright, and that's it for Allah's turn. Now, it is not the dead coral snake's turn anymore, because he's dead. Moonflower, with your new guidance and heartbreak, what are you doing?
Can I shoot this guy, or is there way too much stuff in the way?
If you climbed up on top of the sea tiger, you'd probably be able to see over top of the knock.
That's what I was figuring, but I wanted to ask first.
Yeah, he'd let you do it. He likes you.
Oops, went into the darkness.
I mean, hello, darkness, my old friend.
So Pebble goes up onto the sea tiger and gives him a little scritchy scritch behind the ears, and then laser focuses on Evil Snake.
Which evil
and
snake?
this one is friend.
The Naga is friendly snake.
This is
Yeah.
friend Snake.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, go ahead. Oh god.
Oh, also I bonus action my hunter's mark over.
Okay, so that's 16.
I think that was assumed.
16
Skill
regular
bonus
damage
thing.
plus 4, so that's 20 damage. The snake doesn't look so great, guys.
It's still standing.
Still standing. Well, slithering. Now, I've got a question for you all. If snakes move by slithering, does that mean that they're always prone? Does that mean that you always have disadvantage on ranged attacks against them?
I asked
I
that question
mean-
before and you said no.
Yeah, I know.
when it's like coiled up and looking around off the ground, shouldn't be. But when it's like actively moving, perfectly horizontally flat on the ground, it might. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll let this one roll because either one would have hit it, but we'll let you have the crits. Anyway, so yeah, anything else for your turn, Pebble?
I'm still not hidden from it, so I don't get the sneaky sneak.
Actually, you do. You are far enough away that it would not be able to sense you.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think that's a double
Okay.
with a crit.
Oh
Is it
yeah,
just the normal?
A double
So
use
that-
a double crit.
it
So
doubles all
mine-
dice.
So that's minus 4 then. Yes?
Do I also double my hunter's mark then?
First mark. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so
because
that'll
sneak
be
attack
minus
an additional 6.
Another 4. Yeah. Another.
he's still alive.
So that was 16 plus 12, 28 damage.
Now, Langston. Try to shoot it without shooting yourself.
Do you say that to him in character?
I mean, probably.
No, I
Like
got
I see
something
the
else in
snake
mind.
being on its last leg.
But
Not
No
through
leg.
that piece of junk over there. He'll fly up though to get a good angle and throw a chill touch at it. Oh, but first bonus action, hex. Move the hex over to it.
Okay.
Oh,
And,
Kat, I might need help navigating Kyrena.
okie dokie.
Okay.
Did you lay down?
No,
Just gotta
I
do the
am
thing.
almost at the post office.
They're still open?
I just have to shove things in slots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, anywho, go ahead and roll your chill touch.
Yep, I was just making sure if there's a ranged spell attack and it is
120, I
chill touch.
believe.
It's one of the best ranged spell attacks, 'cause it's the longest. That
Fif-
does hit.
The names are so misleading.
And then there's my hex damage.
Can you roll your actual damage first?
Yep,
Nice.
19 damage. That is a lot of damage on 2d8 and a d6.
So what you see as Lanston raises his hand, his actual ghostly hand detaches from his body and floats out
Yep.
over the pit, past the statues as everybody watches him basically disarm himself, haha, and it proceeds to claw across the snake, which hisses wildly, thrashing as necrotic rot spreads across its form, and then it lies still.
Yay. Good job.
And y'all are out of combat.
That was in character.
Can I heal Professor Snake?
Which
Professor
one?
Snake is fine.
Why does everybody want to heal the unhurt snake when Ryan is still leaning on his tail?
Orion and Lanston
When most
are
of
actually
his-
fairly damaged.
So is Pebble. Pebble's pretty hurt.
I
Alright.
didn't remember how hurt.
I don't know.
how
Everybody
Pebble
share or
was.
something.
I was looking to see if I had potions, and I don't. I think I drank the last of my potions.
My God, do I
Yeah,
still
you
have-
got plenty of spells. Okay. Can Kyrina, do you want to heal people?
Yes.
Okay. I think we could do. Okay, so we did that one. We did that one, and yeah. So you can do 3 cure wounds if you want.
Yes, please.
All right, cool. So, who would you like to heal first? We got Orion, we got Lanson, we got Pebble.
Alternatively, you guys could take a short rest and roll some hit dice.
Yeah.
Don't trust that. So yeah. You three.
Me first? Okay.
Yep.
So that's
All
5
right.
points of health for Pebble.
Who's next?
Lanston?
Okay.
Okay.
Lanston gets 6.
And then Orion. Nice.
Ryan gets 11.
Mhm.
Finally, some substantial non-1 healing.
Way!
Thank you, my dear.
Alal says, alright, gather round. Let's take a breather. I'll adjust this for everybody to gather up.
Carefully!
Yes, I would not advise gathering near the stairs.
Like maybe in the corner with the tiger, perhaps. From your movements, it seemed to be safer over here.
This is true. The closer you hug the wall, the less likely of damages I have found.
Ryan very diplomatically does not comment on how that's a very snake thing to do, hugging the walls.
Question. If I move my hunter's mark to Naga, will Naga know?
You will
I
make
was thinking the same thing.
you will make a sleight of hand check versus their perception check.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes, sleight of hand versus perception.
Okay, I'm gonna use my guidance for this, because I didn't use my guidance for my nat 20.
Yeah.
I think I
Oh my
might.
lord.
Oh God!
Might as well add the D4. 31 sleight of hand.
Well, she got a natural 20, but a natural 20 is still only 23 for her, so I'm pretty sure 31 beats that.
Like something tingles, but it's like this is a creepy place anyways. So
Yeah. She feels something has changed, but she doesn't know what it is. She narrows her eyes suspiciously and kind of darts them back and forth between the lot of you, but she doesn't know what happened. and she doesn't know that she's been hunter's marked.
I've got a question. I'm gonna see about something. Oh my god, how do I do that?
Let's see if I get my abilities back on a short rest.
Ala glances over at the Naga, blinking. Are you alright? Yes, just a slight chill, I think. I am fine.
Thank you very much for your assistance. Even though it was our own misjudgment that caused the scuffle. Orion kind of glares at Lexton.
Sirket kind of chuckles a bit. Yes, it is not cozy at all. She nods to Allah, and turns back to Orion and says, It is alright. Mistakes were made on all ends. I did surprise you earlier after all. But maybe we can refocus on the point here of finding the secrets of this place.
Yes, and Orion kind of stares at the Naga and then turns to the rest of them. And perhaps the remains of my daughter?
Which then reminds Pebble, and he just breaks down and crying.
Oh,
And goes over and hugs Orion's leg.
Allah says, Right, do you feel we've explored this pit well enough, or should we be moving on? And Sirket kind of blinks, which consists of this clear film that drops over her pupils so that you can still see her eyes while she's blinking, and says, We have not descended the pit at all. I did not think it was safe to do so until I could figure out the statues. The pit itself is quite deep. I cannot really see the bottom very well. I did not wish to proceed without assistance.
do we have someone who can
Torches.
cast? Yeah. Is there someone who can cast light or fire? I don't believe I can.
Let me see. I can do prestidigitation.
I just noticed I have a small stone with a hole in the middle. I don't know if that actually does anything.
Who knows?
Where'd you get that?
I don't know, but I wrote it in my inventory, so.
That's clever. Climbed on top of the dead snake to avoid the stair traps.
I suppose we could toss one of the dead snakes down to hear when it reaches the bottom.
Alright, whispering to spirits of nature, you sensory effect,
You did not see down there.
flower blossom, puff of wind. So what are you trying to do?
I think lighting a torch or a campfire, possibly.
I'll wait till they type it.
Yeah. I'm surprised I don't have a torch. Wait, no, I probably do. I have an explorer's pack.
Last time when we climbed up onto the thingy and checked out the bowls of various liquids which apparently came from the Naga experimenting, didn't we also look down and some of us can actually see in the dark and we saw the bottom of the
Saw
pit?
an
No?
altar or something down there.
Yep, you did.
Yeah.
You saw an altar
We
down
know.
there, and you also heard some disturbing things.
Yeah, so we know what. We have an idea about what might be down there. I, I
Do we
think
still
the.
hear the whispers? Can I hear if
Oh
I
yes,
hear
there
them?
was
Well,
there was an echo whisper thingy.
the only one who would be close enough to hear if there were whispers right now would be Allah. Allah is going to pull out a javelin and affix a golden light to the end of it like a tiny sun, light that can't be snuffed out. Then Allah will hold it up poised as if to throw into the pit. With an 18 perception, you hear whispered from the pit in Orion's voice, "Good job. Good job."
Oh, that's right. Something was mimicking our voices. I want to go back to these statues and inspect if my stone with a hole in the center matches anything on them. I'm not going to like have the stone interact with the statues, but see if it like matches anything.
Okie dokie.
Also, who has the trident? It was in my inventory, but I don't know what happened.
Orion has it.
I have it.
Okay.
He was using it to control Murtiger.
Right.
Poor Murtiger.
Just a little bit. I have detect thoughts. Can I try to see if there's anything
Thinking.
detectable down here? There? Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and link the thing for that. Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Alright.
Quick question as you read that. Did we actually get a short rest in or no?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Why would we take a short rest, Rob?
I brought up that you had the opportunity to, and Karina said, nah, we're just gonna cure wounds, so that's what you did. Anyway.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Allah says, right, I forgot about that. Let's try to see what it is, eh? And Allah will throw the javelin into the pit, aiming for the center, watching what the light illuminates as it goes down. Alright, with an 18 perception holding, as the light travels down the depths of the pit, which is how deep again? About 100 feet it looks like. You see it travel, lighting up the length of the kind of concave walls of this pit. You see that it is covered with a leafy red vegetation that appears to be growing up from below, reaching for the bare sunlight that's filtering in from above from the cracked ceiling of this particular chamber. And at the very bottom, you see what you saw before, which was what looks like a upraised kind of altar in the very center of the pit. Let's see. Da, 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 da. And in the very center of the altar itself, there appears to be a large creature, half decayed. From this particular angle, you can't really see what it is, especially with the amount of decay. You would probably have to get closer if you wanted to figure that out. But yeah, the bottom of the pit itself, while your javelin is shining to illuminate it, you can't see if the edges of the pit, due to the overhanging vegetation, if there are any tunnels down here from this angle. You'd probably have to go down there to check it out if you wanted to investigate that. But you can see that the floor of the pit appears to be littered with bones of various creatures. Many, many bones. Alright, let's see. Detect thoughts. Intelligence.
30 feet.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
It's 30 feet.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna fail. All right. So Orion, with your detect thoughts, this is what you hear. Hungry, 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 hungry. Food? Very
From the
basic.
bottom, the bottom of the pit.
From the entirety of the pit.
And only Orion can hear that?
Well, he's using detect thoughts, so yes.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, and this is not in anybody else's voice. This is in a very scratchy kind of voice, kind of like it's tickling the back of your mind almost as you're listening to it, as though you were walking through waist-high grass almost. And let's see, speak with plants. Okay.
Was I able to see anything that matched with the stone I got?
Okay. No, you do not currently see anything on the statues that look like they would coincide with the stone. But you do
Okay.
recall that Cirquette had told you that when you put liquid in all four of the basins, the altar that's inside the pit starts to light up. So you're not sure if you might need to do that first in order to check them over once more, or anyway. Speak with plants. Right. Okay. Allah, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. In the meanwhile, I would like to ask Naga. Sorry, I keep forgetting names.
Cirquette.
The cat. I would like to ask her whether she tried healing potions as the liquid in the statue.
I did not. I must admit, though, there doesn't seem to be too much of a difference in what you put inside of it. The results are always the same. The beam of light shoots up once all four basins are filled, but I have not been able to surmise what the next piece of the puzzle is. I did not wish to descend the pit, as I am not entirely certain I could get back up out again. It is quite deep.
Yes, yes.
All right, with
Brian
a
kind of.
go ahead first.
No, you go first. The next idea.
Okay. With a 16 wisdom saving throw, here's what happens. Allah, you cast Speak with Plants and reach out mentally to the vines and the tendrils that are creeping up the sides of this pit, currently unmoving, seemingly held back by that ring of salt that is surrounding the pit itself. And you are immediately overwhelmed with the most malicious yet purely natural force that you have ever felt in your existence as a druid. It almost wrestles your mind from you, and you feel for a moment as though you need to wrap your tendrils around Pebble directly next to you and hurl him into the pit, and manage to stop just short of your hand gripping his shoulder, and come back to yourself. But you know for a fact, just with that, exactly what the vegetation that is surrounding this pit is, because for a moment you were it. This is a red musk creeper.
So Orion kind of.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
Kind of turns around and eyes the dead snake on the stairs and motions. Maybe I kind of heard thoughts of it being hungry. Or is down there. Perhaps we can try to put that snake down there after we activate the altar. Perhaps.
Alright, So, in answer to your question, Pebble, you don't know anything of it unless you make a nature check to figure that out. Allah's the one who felt all of this, not you.
My favorite enemies is plants.
Your favorite enemy is plants?
My favorite enemy is plants.
Your favorite
Finally,
enemy is
comes
plants.
in handy.
Alright.
I mean, it's a very cat thing to do.
That's why I picked it.
Is it because you wanted to be able to identify catnip?
Pretty much, yes. I figured he would like go through like a wheat field and just be like batting at all of the wheat. Just
Alright, with an 18 nature check, as you see Allah's reaction and the horrified look upon their features, you take a closer look at this plant that they had been kind of reaching out for. And you squint at it, and you also have the horrifying realization of what this is. So, both of you know this. A red musk creeper is a sort of almost intelligent plant. Maliciously so, in fact. It has a habit of mimicking the voices of those that it hears to try and lure people into close proximity to it so that it can wrap itself around you and drag you within and proceed to start to sort of devour you. But it has an even worse tendency. Sometimes it will release a cloud of pollen, um, which, when breathed in, can cause the spores to slowly grow within you, and you will be planted with seedlings that proceed to work their way out of your body and into your brain, and you will proceed to become a plant puppet is the greatest word for it. Plant zombie is also a great word for it. Sives would be fascinated, honestly.
little moonflower
So I'm
wraps
guessing.
his like cloak around his face and says, "Don't breathe in anything."
Can I go underwater
Explain.
and tell the tiger shark guy to go underwater too?
Well, you are not currently in any water at the moment.
Oh. Is there any
Uh,
water around?
No, actually, there is no water around. The stone where you are is damp, but there is no water. You left it below. There was a slope moving up to this room. You ascended it, so you are actually in a higher part of the cave system than you were before. There are currently no standing water on the floor at all.
I did not realize. I will then hold my breath as long as I can, which is fairly long because I need it.
Currently, you and the sea tiger are a very good distance away from the pit.
Still, we'll hold our
So,
breaths in the corner.
I'm
I
guessing
stepped
when I
backwards
tried
and-
to mimic Orion's voice asking who are you, it just repeated whatever kind of imitation I made.
So no, actually, it did not respond to that because it was busy combating the detect thoughts and the speak with plants that were currently going on. It was a little bit distracted.
Alright, that's why I was trying to do it in steps, and that's why I typed it instead of saying it out loud.
Okay. So yeah, it was a little bit distracted by things going after its quote-unquote plant brain. So it did not really notice you saying that. And Allah says, mean as hell, doing what it does to survive, but that thing don't know the meaning of mercy. Red marsh creeper. I don't know if activating this altar is gonna harm or help it, but we should get out of here.
You know that we can't.
Yes.
Detecting thoughts.
I need to get down there. So, I mean,
Do we have
Whatever
any...
is left of my daughter is down there. And can we do anything to this creature?
Well, we
Is
climb.
it weak to fire, perhaps, or ice, or something?
We climbed up here, and forgive my abrasiveness, but your daughter was quite literally liquefied. I don't know how it would have been brought up here and by what.
Probably the tides. I'm guessing I'm
We
not very familiar with how cave
w-
systems like this
w-
work, but and
we climbed
kind of takes
upstairs.
out,
You
We
did.
kind
climbed
of takes
upstairs.
he kind of takes out his amulet detecting thingy, and it's like she should be around here. I understand that there's not much left of her, but
Does
perhaps
it react if you're not holding it?
Ah.
I'm getting very curious at
You
his
mean does it
coldness.
react to my blood instead of my spawns? It is very finely tuned, thank you.
No, I mean, if I lowered it down using my fishing pole, would it still go off so we could figure out exactly where she is?
Would it? Yeah.
I don't know. Guess you'll have to give it a shot.
Sounds
Alright,
reasonable.
What are we
I'm
infighting?
kind of
Lanson's starting to get like curious about Orion's seeming coldness about hearing about his daughter's death and the messed up details about it, and just very perfectly normal response
Okie dokie. So with
and
this,
lack of emotional response. But I'm
with a 6, you don't really get anything. I think.
elves are weird. Elves
With-
are weird. I
yeah,
think they're enough.
I think he's a human. But
Oh.
with an insight of 6, you kind of are reminded of your father, cold, unfeeling bastard. And and you're like, yeah, this is normal.
Also, he's like he's like kind of a noble. Like he has the very fine clothes like Cassiopeia did, and it's like, yeah, they don't really do family emotions much.
And backtracking a little bit here, Alas said, "Do you understand how big this thing is?" Allah looks over at Orion incredulously. "That's not a good idea," Allah stares at Pebble. "You best be ready to let go of that pole the second you feel any pressure, or you're getting pulled in. That's this thing's whole hunting practice."
I know, but we need to help him too. I'm just hoping it doesn't detect the amulet. I'm pretty sure it would detect one of us if we go down, but maybe it won't detect an amulet.
I mean, we can give it a try. Perhaps make sure to hold you tight, little one, just in case.
A lot. Are these things like agile, or can they move fairly quickly, or are they just kind of stationary? And if you fall into your trap, you're screwed.
So what you know of them a lot is that they are not quick as far as movement goes. They can't like slither across the ground like snakes do or anything like that. But if you are touching it, it has pretty limited, very lightning reflexes. Also, with a 22, you know that it has actually some decent intelligence as far as plant life goes. Um, the older the plant is, the smarter it is. And this thing is huge. It's covering all 4 walls of this pit from top to bottom. So you are pretty fairly certain that it is old, maybe even older than you, centuries at least. It is probably a fairly capable and cunning hunter. Um, you also do know one more fact. It is very sensitive to salt water.
Oh, I just realized I killed 2 creatures. I should have gained health for those. I was looking over my character sheet trying to find something. I gain health when I kill a creature.
Cool. Uh,
Um,
you didn't roll another nature check, so no. They rolled a 22 for that.
Nope.
Nope.
What she said. Basically.
so I only killed 2 snakes, correct?
Correct.
Ooh, that's a lot of health. It's 1d6 per creature I reduced to 0. Sorry
You
about
can
that.
flavor 1 cubic foot of non-living material. Does air count as non-living material?
Yes.
Can I flavor the air very near the creature with salt?
What's the spell that you're casting?
Vegetation.
I love prestidigitation. It's the best.
I do not actually have good spells, even though I tried. I am very bad at spell casting, but I have
No.
ideas.
So it might taste salty, but it isn't actually salty. For this, you'd need actual physical salt water.
Would we know that the water earlier in the cave was salt or fresh water?
I mean, it's
was
from the
salt
ocean.
water.
I think you can assume it's salt water.
Okay.
Allah
Well,
crosses
it could be a-
Allah crosses their arms over their chest in a soothing manner, gnawing their lip as they consider aloud. Ain't gonna cross this salt 'cause it can't. Probably this thing got stuck here 'cause of the salt water filling these tunnels. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just been biding its time to grow big enough to get out of here. Or maybe it doesn't need to. Allah glances up, squinting at the giant hole above. Food just falls right in. I don't have any good ideas on how to kill this thing unless we can manage to fill the pit with salt water. That's a risk to us too, though. I know we just can't go in there. It's certain death.
It would take a hell of a long time, but we can find a bucket or something and just bury water back and forth into this pit.
Sir Kurt kind of clears her throat slightly. Is it possible, considering that line of salt, and she points to the salt that is very geometrically perfectly surrounding the entrance of the pit? Is it possible it's there on purpose?
Very likely. But we do need to deal with the creature if we want to examine the altar or anything else that might be down there. Do you have any ideas?
She kind of narrows her eyes as the DM looks through her spell list to see if she has anything that will assist with this, actually.
Create water. Does anybody have create water?
No.
I'm pretty sure Chad did.
Poor Chad.
Someone asked for Chad.
God damn it, why did Chad have to go?
Somebody's creating water, I hear it.
All this talk about water made me thirsty.
Sir Cut kind of shakes her head sadly and says, I am afraid that is not my area of expertise.
Can the tiger create water?
Can the tiger create water? I don't think so.
Nope. I don't think I can.
No, you can't.
You were probably the first person they checked.
I swear I'm going to take create water every time I make a spell cast. It's like it's the spell you can use everywhere with very very creative ways. And I'm like, but I'm not that creative. And now we just need water.
Lanston, Allah glances over at him. Do you still have the power of flight? As Alal pulls their water skin from their hip. Speaking of, how long is that flight supposed to last for you?
I'm looking that up right now.
I think it was like an hour.
That's
It's
what
a
I think it
while.
is as well, but I'm trying to find out.
You spent a lot of time exploring this, plus the fights, so I'm gonna say that you've had about 30 minutes of that hour right about now. If it's an
Okay.
hour.
I'm trying to pull it up now.
Say.
Yeah, 1 hour.
Cool, so you got about 30 minutes left.
What
Okay.
is what is above us?
Sorry, what was that, Kyrina?
What is
Oh.
above us?
The ceiling with a hole in it and vegetation hanging down with the slight sunlight.
Can
Uh,
it climb up the vegetation if we give it a pathway up?
Well, it's a plant. It would take a very long time for it to do so.
I mean, it's
Hmm.
making its best efforts growing all the way up the sides of that pit.
Right.
And it took centuries to get this big.
Right.
So it would be like the work of days. Plus,
I
then
I
have.
nothing
think I
would
want
stop.
to throw a snake in there.
You're gonna try to throw a snake in there?
Yeah.
Wait. Before you do that, Kathy, Don't I have some weird thing like I can talk to some creature or something?
You can
You can
talk
talk to
to
sea
it.
creatures.
Yeah, and this is not a sea creature.
It
Yeah,
also
they're
only thinks about being hungry.
right. Okay then. Throw the snake.
Alright, go ahead and make a strength check to see if you can lift this fucker, because he's huge.
You want me to
A
do that
little
for you?
help, please.
No.
That was
fine.
Kyrina's role. It was under my name.
Sorry.
Alright, so with a 19 strength, you manage to drag the snake over to the edge of the pit and push, and coils whipping one after the other as this at least 50-foot long snake is pushed down the hole. You see it disappear rapidly over the side, ending with a crash at the bottom of the pit.
I have swung it.
And in the light of the javelin that Allah has placed there, at first nothing seems to happen. And then you see the vines slowly, ever so slowly, creep out and start encircling the body of the snake and pulling it towards the side of the wall, pressing into it.
I have a question. I'm gonna message it to you.
Okay.
Can we just keep throwing snakes till it's distracted and then go quickly?
I mean, we can leave now, but it's still a problem. And also, Orion wants to get pieces of his daughter, which we still don't know where it is down in the pit. Little Moonflower asks Serket, do you know where that hole leads? Points to the hole that's by the snaky do.
Allah has been trying
Sorry, what?
we couldn't hear you, Alala. Allah.
They are typing. Allah has been trying to talk to Lanston for a few minutes now.
Yeah. I responded.
Never mind.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like anything else isn't going to work. Can you fill the bowls? Allah wants to give you the water skin and to fill the bowls.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Do that. Put salt water in the bowls.
Yeah, Robert H is meant to be Lanston. I've had a refresh roll 20 and auto goes to my name.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna tell you right now that even if all of you were to assist in doing so, it would take you months, perhaps even years, to fill this pit with salt water. It's 100 foot deep and 25 feet wide in all directions.
Oh, for
Well, I
the
wanted to fill the
bowl.
bowls.
Okay.
Just the corner bowls.
Yeah. So Allah wants you to fill the bowls, not the.
Oh, my mistake. Okay, yeah, I could do that and start working on that.
It'll take a matter of minutes. If
Mhm.
you take the water skin from Allah and you go around to each of the bowls and fill them up one by one. So as you place the liquid, um, as you place the liquid within the bowls, you see.
Well, I want it to be salt water, not the fresh water. So to get the salt water and then fill the bowls.
I mean, that's easy
We'll
enough.
solve it. It's
You
fine.
can fly back down. You can fly back down the hallway. It'll only take you a matter of minutes to fill up the water skin and come back again when you hit the spot where the water is in the tunnel. And as you fly back again with the water skin filled with salt water, and you fill up each of the bowls, here is what you see happen. So the statues itself, as you pour the liquid into the bowls, a soft blue glow encompasses each bowl one by
Mhm.
one, which slowly deepens to a more of an umber coloration. As the last bowl is filled, there is a rumble from beneath you at the bottom of the pit. As you glance down, noting that most of the snake has disappeared under vines at this point, you see the altar that is at the very bottom of the pit begin to light up with a chill lavender glow, which shoots towards the sky, blasting out the roof of the pit and suffusing the entire room in a deep purple glow. Everybody roll a perception check.
I can try casting.
There you go.
Let me see.
I perceived.
Perception.
Alright, Orion. Oh, wait, no, you haven't rolled yet, Kairina. Okay, wait.
Sorry.
Irina as well.
I did it, I think.
Okie
Yeah, you
dokie.
did. It's okay.
So here's what happens. As the purplish light encompasses the entirety of the room, glowing just above the edge of the pit, you see images begin to appear in the air, one by one. These are images of odd, kind of fish-like creatures, hulking and twisted in their forms, but somehow both great and terrible at the same time. There are four of them. Two are bowed, appear to be in meditation, their eyes closed, or at least the films of them over them, so that you can barely see the widened pupils within. One stands looking up at the roof of the chamber with a ornate skull-headed staff that is held aloft towards the heavens, and one stands bow-legged with another staff with a triangular tip, standing guard over a mound of jewelry and gold that glitters in your vision. And just as quickly as you see these, they vanish. And with a 24 Orion, you hear a soft click as you hover over the last statue that you placed the water in, right here. And you notice that there is a soft blue light emanating from the chest of this statue in a sort of square-shaped area, the edges of it making up the glow.
Does that match with the stone I have? Though it's it's just a small stone with a hole in the center is how it's described.
Currently, no. Do you wish to investigate the chest of the statue, though?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
That stone is probably just a pebble from Pebble.
It has a hole in it.
I thought I found it from somewhere else.
Alright, so as you investigate it, it kind of looks like the light is shining around the edges of this kind of odd square that's in the chest, as though from inside of the statue. And you conclude that this actually is a small panel that's covering something up on the statue's chest.
Oh crap.
I'm gonna join Langston there and investigate that statue glowy bit.
Might have a crowbar in my explorer's pack. I had that open and then I closed it.
Can I investigate it to see how it might be opened?
Yeah. Well,
Since I
actually,
heard-
you don't even need to do that if he's pointing it out to you. You can see that it's just a piece of a faux screen that's kind of over the statue's chest. It's a small panel that has been loosened, probably by you putting the water in the statue's basins, and can just be removed if you were to touch it and pull it out.
Do it,
I'll
do it, do it.
try to do that. I'll try to do that.
Alright, Lanston, you reach out with your hand that's reformed, by the way, after your chill touch. And you grip the edges of the small panel and you pull it out. The bluish light spilling forth now from the interior of the statue, and you see a small circular recess that is behind the panel in the statue, with two kind of formed circles, one smaller than the other.
Does that stone pebble thingy fit there?
Give it a try.
I will try to put the stone pebble there.
Alrighty.
See if anything happens.
And imagining Lanston going around and trying that pebble into every bit that it might fit. It's like, there's a hole here. No, that's square. There's a hole here. No, that's too small. There's a hole here. No, that's too big.
Funny thing is, Lanson's actually not that dumb. It's just I am.
Alright. So,
Lanston has a whole 16 intelligence.
Nice.
So, Lanston, you place the circular stone inside of the chest of this statue, and you hear a soft click, and the purplish light emanating from the pit intensifies suddenly. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Is this a
Good boy.
poison
Good
or
boy.
disease effect?
It is not a poison or disease effect.
Okay.
Constitution?
Constitution.
I probably failed.
Orion is really showing his nobility. He's terrible at fighting, but he's just like tough.
Allow,
He stands still.
Allow, go ahead and
Very
make your
good.
Constitution saving throw. Excellent, thank you. Alright, everybody passes except for Lanston. So, as the beam of light intensifies for a moment, a soft, high-pitched humming kind of rings through the cavern. It's very unpleasant to the lot of you, but doesn't seem to cause any damage except to Lanston. You're going to take 1d6 of psychic damage.
It's too bright. It reminds you of the light you see at the end of the tunnel.
So that's going to be 5 psychic damage as the ringing noise seems to echo through your very being and you wince sharply. But just as soon as the pain comes, it does subside. And you can still hear it, and everybody can, kind of there at the back of your minds, like a very annoying kind of itch. But it's not harming you any further. It just seemed to be an initial effect.
I look back at Cirquet as are they still there?
They are still there, and they're looking at the statue that you've unearthed with keen interest. They've actually kind of moved over to this side, and while very leery of getting near the pit now that somebody's told them there's killer fucking plants inside of it, they are kind of leaned up over the side of the raised platform and towards you and Orion, kind of looking with great interest at the statue. That wasn't there before.
Is this purple-ish light always shown when these bowls got filled?
Yes, but not as intense as this. I have not seen that recess before. What did you do?
I found a
Salt
stone
water.
wherever I found it, and it just fit in this thing's chest. By the way, are you familiar? I forget, did Lanston recognize what these statues are of? Because I remember what they are, and I'm terrified of them, but I don't know if Lanston recognized them. I know I rolled to see if I recognized.
I
And,
don't remember what they are. What are they?
I'm sorry, what's the question again?
Does Lanston know what the statues depict? I remember what they are because I was terrified of them, but I don't know if Lanston recognized them.
Go ahead and do. I guess this would be a religion check or a history check.
Were
I
they
might
mind
have
flayers?
advantage.
Nope.
Oh, I thought they were.
Nope.
Then never mind. I totally thought they were mind flares of
Nope.
religion.
Pretty sure they're Cthulhu's.
Sort of.
Yeah, they look like Cthulhu's.
Kind of.
So what clicked?
Alright, so with a 21 in religion, you have heard tales of ancient watery beings from eons ago that used to rule the entirety of the ocean, and with with Naga and lovely Kraken in their tow, proceeded to enslave almost all of the races that dared touch the oceans. They disappeared dramatically a couple of centuries ago and are now nothing more than a fishtail. But you have heard of ancient beings that fit the description of the statues that you see before you.
Okay, but they don't really have a name.
Kopru.
Kopru?
Yep, let me spell it for you.
Would Orion recognize them?
Yes, Orion. You recognize them.
I'm considering, yeah. Okay, what does the pit look like?
So the pit, go ahead and roll a perception check at the pit.
Oh.
Ah.
That is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I just googled what they looked like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna share this in the Discord.
Well, even with a 12, you can
Oh, yeah,
sort
just
of.
like me.
Even with a 12, you can sort of see what's going on. There's a sort of a grating noise down in the pit, and you see the vines that cover part of one wall fall away, and a slight light that you can just barely see through squinting through this glowing purple beacon basically shooting towards the sky. You see a slight bluish light coinciding with the same light from the statue shining from somewhere along one of the walls at the very bottom of the pit, as though a door had opened.
Has the plant seemed to react at all?
The plant didn't seem to like the door moving. Its vines got kind of tossed to the ground as this section of wall moved. And you can see the parts that were cast to the ground kind of frantically creeping their way back up it. Some parts of it blackening and burning, and you conclude that it's possible that the very bottom of this pit, where there is no vegetation on the ground or on the altar, is possibly because it's soaked in salt water.
Can we soak ourselves in salt water?
You could certainly try that route. Probably won't do anything about the pollen, though.
If you want to risk that, go ahead, darling.
I'm trying to think how we get down there.
Sorry, I zoned out around the middle of it. So there's the altar and it's shiny, and there's something else down there, like a door.
A door.
Allah
okay.
says, why do we want to go down there?
We have a mission and treasure. Don't you want treasure?
Well, actually, nobody ever told a lot about the mission y'all were on.
Well, he must assume by now where to find.
In fact, the only person left who had any knowledge of the mission is Pebble.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, no, our mission is to find his daughter.
I found the mission.
The overall mission is something else.
Yeah, the primary mission was to find out what the spooky light was on the island and make it stop because it's riling up the fucking sea monsters. That's the mission that Pebble.
Oh, we stopped it.
Yeah, that was the mission that Pebble was given, along with the team that is now fucking dead.
Yep.
So that was the original mission.
Correct.
And then after everybody died, Orion arrived at the island to try to find his daughter, who happened to be one of the people that died, and he gave y'all a new mission to help go find his daughter, which Karina, with the promise of treasure, you joined in on, and
Yes.
Allah joined in, I'm assuming, because, yeah, we want to rescue people.
I was mostly just doing research and joined us like, oh, team going together is safer, I think.
And Lanston is a traumatized ghost you found in a cave.
Yeah. Haunted
Yep.
by the tiny fluff ball of Pebble.
In
Well,
fact,
traumatized after Pebble and Company came in and summoned a dragon.
because Allah is interested in preserving history nerd, and also making nature calm the fuck down. Yes. So there's a lot of history at the bottom of that pit, Allah. You can see a giant ass fucking altar, but also yes, red musk creeper over everything. Rawr, I'm a scary plant, grr. Yeah.
Little
Um,
Moonflower is going to ask the question again. Where does that hole lead? Do you know, Sir Ket?
No, as I have said, I did not wish to venture down into the pits since I
I
could
think-
not.
Oh, this hole.
Oh, that
in
hole.
the wall.
Oh.
And she crawled out of.
That is my current temporary home, actually. That is where I sleep. My camp, if you will.
It
Does it
is
have
merely
another
a
exit,
cave.
or is it just an end?
I dug it myself, and it is closed. There is no exit. I
Aw.
have other means if I need to leave.
I was just wondering if it happened to lead downstairs.
Oh, no, sadly it does not.
Can you dig down?
I cannot dig through stone, my poor child. And she pats you lightly on the top of the head with her forked tail.
Oh.
Me either.
The best idea I have is to cover ourselves with salt water, blankets and blankets, and move quickly.
Alright, let's see.
Oh my god! Whoa!
This is a good idea.
Oh,
Alright.
Wait, I was typing.
Calm
Wait.
red
So I
mark
want.
paper.
I
Okay.
also been wanting to do this, but like we got. Okay then.
What were you saying, Lanston? I can listen while I'm looking this up.
Okay. I do have a handful of torches. I did want to light them all up, and like drop most of them on plant and try to see if I could get one to land where the plant isn't and see if the bottom is covered in water.
So they already launched Javelin down there with an ever-burning druid-crafted light on it, and you can see the bottom of the pit now, especially since it's also lit up with that purplish light. There is no water at the bottom of the pit,
Okay.
but it is also bare of marsh creeper on the floor at the bottom of the pit. So you can assume that since it's not covered in vines, that it's probably at one point was soaked in salt water and has just salt everywhere down there, so it can't touch the floor. Floor is lava for it. Not for you,
Okay.
for it.
Then at least starting with one, aim for like the most congested area of plant life with the torch, and see what if it'll react.
Please cover your face! Everybody cover your face! Please cover your face!
So we will.
Oh.
I also sent you a question.
Okay. I'll look at the question in a second. We will address Lanston's torch throwing in 1 second. Scrolling back to the plant form, this is unfortunately a CR8 creature, which you would not be able to shape into, unfortunately. He is too far up there for you. Sorry about that, Sives. Alright, let me go check out the question, and you go ahead. And how many torches are you throwing, Lanston?
One right now, just at like the most congested plant area.
Roll a dexterity check. If it hits the creature's AC, you can roll fire damage.
Okay.
Alright, let me check out that question. Persuade it. Yes, you can.
Nope.
Yeah, no, your torch flips over and over and over itself, clanking down at the bottom of the pit. It doesn't go out right away because the bottom of the pit isn't wet. You just see it kind of laying there burning lightly.
Okay.
And yeah, Pebble's been trying to scream at you to cover your face because the spores will eat your brain.
Yeah.
If you became strangle kelp, will you be affected by brain-eating spores? Technically, no. It doesn't go after other plant life, and you do know that with that natural 20 nature check you made before. It doesn't crave plant, it craves meat. And also, it can't implant its seeds inside another plant. It has to be in living flesh to thrive.
Can we cover ourselves in seaweed?
So, covering yourself in seaweed is not going to guarantee that it will not be able to get to you because you would breathe in the spores of the pollen.
What if we don't breathe?
For 100 feet to the bottom of the pit and all the time that you're down there?
Yeah, because you just like put yourself in a bag and hope you run out of time in time.
So, Karina, I'm not sure how long you can hold your breath for, but I'm gonna guarantee it's not long enough to get down in the pit, fully investigate it, and get back out again.
Darling, can you shift into a kelp that's over 100 feet long? And she's gone.
Wait, what happened?
Ala turned into a strangle kelp and tries to rope herself down there.
Allah's going to say, alright, if we're gonna do this, gods, I'm gonna regret this. Allah shifts into strangle kelp from earlier, wrapping a few vines around the base of the statue and hanging precariously over the edge of the pit. She's gonna try to use the red musk creeper to climb down. Alright, go ahead and just check something on strangle kelp real quick. Okay. Alright, yes. So you can use the red musk. What face? She doesn't have a face, Pebble.
I'm saying it to everyone else because someone is now messing with the thing that releases spores. Everybody cover your face.
I'm pretty sure Lanston doesn't have to
Covered.
breathe, so he just like has his mouth shut.
Like, you're poking the thing that releases brain-eating spores.
We're poking the vegetable bear.
Oh,
And
God.
so, little moonflower is like frantically telling people, please cover your face.
Okay, that was about as much of a surprise to me as it was everyone.
Okie dokie.
Somebody make a note of it. The vegetable bear.
Dear Lord. Okay, so here's what happens. A lot, you start to creep your way down the side of the pit very carefully, still attached to the statue just in case anything happens. But you note that the red musk creeper doesn't appear to be reacting to you at all, except maybe to kind of cringe away every so often when a particularly salty strand of yourself touches it. It does not appear to be attacking you in any way, though.
Precious Pebble.
Can't just say. I'm gonna Google what I find. I'm gonna see what I can find just by Googling vegetable bear. Actually, I spelled beard. I actually found cute things.
Aww. It's adorable.
So when I first typed it out, I accidentally typed in beard, and that was also an interesting Google search.
Alright, check your DMs for the answer to your query from before, Kathy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Oh, those are cute veggie boys. Allah is going to kind of wave at the others with a tendril and then descend, using the red musk creeper's vines to descend carefully.
Wave as in like come along, or like one moment?
As in,
hope it's
I'm alive!
Okay.
Like, bye, nice knowing you guys.
Nice knowing you. Oh my gosh! The bear's in chat! I kinda like the first potato one because it reminds me of my little bear from when I was a kid. I was little. Has that worn old teddy bear quality.
That's adorable. But with the 21 on religion I rolled earlier, would I have any idea what this altar or shrine or structure could be intended for?
So it's pretty clear not only to you but to everybody else that it is some kind of signaling beacon. For what, you're not entirely sure, as there could be many reasons for it, but
Aliens.
definitely 100%. And assuming Laura reaches the bottom, we'll try to investigate the altar. Also, we'll pick up the javelin and wave it a bit to let them know she made it to the
It's the
bottom.
pink snake. I need like a little. Oh my god, what did I do? Okay. Sorry, I need a cheat sheet of names.
Anyway,
Hmm.
so with a 23 perception, you see that there has definitely been a door that opened up in this side of the pit right over here. There is a faint blue light exhuming from it from a very thin tunnel just beyond the tendrils of the red musk creeper. You also, with a 13 investigation, um, the altar currently has a decaying creature upon it that seems to have been here for a very, very long time. Let's see. It was definitely almost the size of the sea tiger at one point, and has kind of, on the bits of decayed flesh that you can see, have kind of leopard-like spots, but also the scales of a fish. Um, it has kind of odd crisscrossed bones, and near where its facial features could be, you see long, ropey strands of cartilage that may have been tendrils of some sort.
They do still have some uses in it. Trident to this.
Lanston will ask Pebble, like, you seem to know about these things. Do you know if it has any means of sensing its surroundings? Eyes or whatever?
Do I?
It's a plant. It doesn't have eyes. It senses.
He said sensors.
He senses by touch.
He senses by touch, which is problematic since he covers all walls of
Is
a
the
hole and the middle.
And
wait,
it also has the ability to sense the warm and cold bodies of living things within about 30 feet of it. Blind sight.
And that.
is it temperature based?
It is
Is
not
it
temperature. It is not temperature based. It is blind sight.
Blind sight.
okay?
I was
Okay.
trying to give it some flavorfulness. It can sense creatures within 30 feet of it because it has blind sight. Let's see. Can I fit into the doorway? Yes, you can easily fit into the doorway that's open. It's made to be able to accommodate a normal-sized humanoid, perhaps one that's a little bit bigger. It's just very thin.
Okay, she's kelp.
Yeah, I said she could fit for sure.
Trying to think, is there anything else I can do?
Can I cast in this form? You would have to change back in order to cast. But you do see that within the tunnel up ahead there is no red musk creeper. So if you were to change back within the tunnel, it would probably not be able to get you. Probably.
Can I do the thing that you said I might be should do?
Yes.
That was a wonderful sentence.
Yes. Alright, so so Allah starts climbing into the tunnel, and hold on, let me reveal this area that I made up for the tunnel. It's actually right where you are right now, but I put it over here for ease of use. So here is, whoops, here is the tunnel.
Ooh. It's very small.
It is very small. It's only 5 by 5.
So I sent you the thing about the thing that we talked about. The thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the question. The question I wanted to ask.
Yes. All right, Pebble, can you make me a perception check really quick? Cool. So you hear an undulating of coils behind you. Make a dexterity saving throw. Alright, you dodge to the left just as Secret reaches out to try and wrap her coils around you.
Can I fire my bow?
Did you have that as a ready action to do?
No. But I was ready because I have her hunters marked.
You do have her hunters marked. Before that happens, though, Orion,
Can I grab him?
go ahead and make a grapple check on it. Strength versus strength.
Check. Thanks,
How
check.
much time has
Oh
roughly
my
passed?
gosh! For fuck's sake, Orion, get your shit together, old man.
Mm-hmm.
How much time has roughly passed?
Time has roughly passed since when?
Since the combat ended.
About 15 to 20 minutes total.
Can I use, like, if I notice Circuit attacking Pebble, can I transfer my hex to Circuit?
How long does your hex last when out of combat?
8 hours,
Hour.
isn't it? Oh.
Just 1 hour.
On a dead body?
Let
Once
me
something
double
dies, you
check.
can transfer it to another one with a bonus action. I don't think it says it has to be within a certain amount of time after the thing died.
On a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. Oh,
Yeah, it's expired.
damn.
Anyway, Pebble, please make a contested strength check.
You try grab me? You try grab me?
Yeah, so Pebble, as you dodge to the left,
You don't have pity.
as you dodge to the left to escape the coils of Cirquet, you feel a shift as Orion's arm loops around you and you manage to duck underneath of it. Both of them have tried to grab you, and as that occurs, beneath
Can I
you,
try to play it off as if I was trying to save him?
as that occurs, beneath you in the pit below, Allah, as you regain your footing inside the pit as Strangle Kelp, you see before you a glowing box in the middle of a room at the very end of the hallway. And as you look upon it with your Strangle Kelpie special eyes, you see an image hanging over the box of a very dour looking tiefling, arms crossed. And that is where we're gonna stop for the night.
Oh no! This game never ends.
It will eventually.
Oh, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, alas. So as you were creeping down the hallway as Strangle Kelp, you saw a glowing chest up in front of you inside the little room at the end of the hallway, and above it materialized the spirit of a very annoyed-looking tiefling in stately noble attire with her arms crossed. Yeah,
Okay.
you found Cassiopeia's ghost hovering over a shiny chest.
That's great.
All right. Thank you, everybody out there who was watching tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Please tune in 2 weeks' time for what is hopefully going to be the final conclusion of Cursed Dieland. as
Yeah, okay.
as everything kind of comes to a head. So we thank you, and we will possibly see you tomorrow for dragons, also maybe dungeons, unless fucking life screws us over. We love you all. Good night. Also, don't trust Orion. He's a big beanie face. Good night.
No, he's not.